What's up, Frenzy Head Nation? It's Coach Cole, and we are back for another exciting episode of the number one rated sports show in Lenawee County. Wait a minute, I can't really say that because Lenawee County has the Cave radio show now, so there are other sports shows in Lenawee County. The number one rated show on... No, that won't work either. Let's see. The number one sports rated show in the Lenawee County schools. How's that sound? Yeah, there we go. No, because we're not just in Lenawee County anymore. So, hey, you know what? Oh, my gosh. How about the number one rated show wherever you want it to be number one? There you go. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Sports Frenzy. It's been another week already, believe it or not, guys. And lots really going on. 3 weeks away for kickoff for the mighty Michigan Wolverines and the Big Ten. So people are getting excited about that, knowing where the season begins with the little brown jug. And we have no intentions of losing our jug. So hopefully that all goes well. Oh, man, we got let me see here. I was going to look this up before I went on the air, and I completely forgot to do it. But we crowned a little behind on my information here, guys. But we crowned a hockey champion this week, and now if you were like, you already know who it is, as I'm trying to remember who it was. Howdy ho. Yes, that's who I thought it was. The Tampa Bay Lightning. So congratulations goes out to the Tampa Bay Lightning for winning the Stanley Cup in a COVID season. So there you go. We got Major League Baseball going on, the playoffs, and has that been kind of strange right now because we have baseball games going on all day long. As we're filming the show on Thursday, there'll be more games on Friday, I'm sure. But at the bottom of the fourth right now, we have Chicago over Oakland, 3-0. A final, we got Atlanta over Cincinnati, 5-0. We got a postponement of Chicago and Miami. And we have, and then tonight, and this game will already be played by the time you watch the show, we have the LA Dodgers and Milwaukee. So, yeah, that's what's baseball. Thursday night football tonight, you have the, as you'll know by the time you watch the show on Friday, Denver and the New York Jets. So lots going on tonight in the sports world, lots going on, period, as we continue on. And sports are back, and locally things have been going fairly well for most of our teams. We'll talk more about that in a few minutes when we get into the picks part of the show. But yes, here we are, and it feels good. Keeping our fingers crossed and everything that most of our teams are staying healthy, and although I can't say that completely because we also have a canceled NFL game this week due to COVID situations, but it's happening. Sports are continuing on. We got a full roster of high school games for you this week, so looking forward to all that. And seems like there was one more thing I wanted to say about all that. Maybe it'll come back to me as we continue on, as we go into the show. So let's go ahead and get things fired up for the show this week. And if you haven't watched it already, the weekend wrap up from last week for you guys will be for. You can go back and watch it on the Facebook page, or you can go back and watch it on our YouTube channel, or you can, in the link below, if you're watching it from one of my school addresses, in the link below, I provide a spot for you to be able to see it. So that would be the first place to start out. Second thing is we have two versions of the show now. This is the long version where I talk and we talk about things at the end of the show and we comment on things throughout the show. If you're looking for the short version, then go back and look for that. And I call it the picks and nothing but the picks. No talk, no action, no interaction like we're doing now. Just basically I go through the picks for you guys and give you what my choices are. So that'll be included in the school link as well. You can also go back and find that on the YouTube page and the Facebook page. And you ask, well, what are those? Where is that? All that? Our Facebook page is Sports Frenzy, and you just look it up and or ask a friend, or even ask me on my personal page, and we will get you set up as a member of the Sports Frenzy page. YouTube, you just look for Coach Cole. Sports Frenzy 1 is where you can find us on the YouTube page. And we have the Twitter feed at Sports Frenzy 1, Instagram feed at Sports Frenzy 1. Those are all ways to view the different parts of the show. So we're out there a little bit, and we try to keep things updated. All right, so it's season 11, episode 4. And it's the all football edition once again because, it's lots of football going on right now. And our first games are always our high school games this week. There are as many high school games as there are. We'll keep going with the high school games. And kickoffs for these games this week, 7 p.m. 7 p.m. kickoff. I did not hear one way or another if they are having, if you can have more people in the audience this week yet. I don't know if that's true. And no, I don't really get to see Coach Ron at all. So unless I run into him maybe while grabbing lunches for our school kids. So I don't know when and if there are more fan attendance being allowed at the high school games yet. I know a lot of people are starting with the different for the governor's rules and guidelines to kick in the newest rules and guidelines and opening up things starting next week. So I'm not sure about this week yet. So you guys have to follow your own guidelines. That may be just streaming and online where available, where you're willing to pay, and or it may be more people are able to attend now. I didn't get the research done on that. Sorry about that, guys. But you won't hold that against me. All right. Let's fire it up and start this week's show. First off, this first game we have is the Addison Panthers. The Addison Panthers are 2 wins and 0 losses, and they have been preparing. They were preparing, what I'm trying to say here, for Michigan Center. Michigan Center, I'm assuming, has issues going on. I don't know if it's COVID related or not, so I'm not going to come out and say that because that'd be, shouldn't be saying things that we don't know. So Michigan Center was not able to play this week, but lucky somehow, some way, Addison lined up another team to play, or somebody lined up another team for Addison to play because it's not a home game. So they are now playing Quincy. Quincy Oreos. They have 1 win and 1 loss. This might be, no, I don't think it will be. In fact, Professor Jeff Plum, one of my wonderful brothers out there who is also a sportsman, and we talk, and eventually we may do a show together at some point. But he was telling me he kind of had a feeling that Addison can get the victory this week on this one, even though they probably haven't had a lot of time to prepare or research for this team. And I know zero about Quincy. But if Professor Plum thinks the Panthers can get it done, who am I to argue with that? Give me the Addison Panthers for the victory. Go Panthers. All right, a typo here on this sheet. It is, I didn't proofread my sheets good enough, apparently. Lenawee Christian Cougars. The Cougars have 2 wins and 0 losses. They're on the road this week, traveling to Climax Scott Panthers. Climax Scott Panthers. Who names their team? Who names their town Climax Scott? Climax Scott Panthers. They have 1 win and 0 losses this week. I don't see them getting in the way of the Cougars. I've got the Lenawee Christian Cougars for the victory. All right, here we go. We're at it. That's right. We're talking about the Adrian Maples football team. All right, Paulson's room, get ready. Are you guys ready for some football action this week? It has been a tough, hard road for you guys. And the challenges have been, we've been cheering these guys on as hard as we can. We've been doing all we can to try and fire up this team. And what? Oh, you're kidding, right? That's true news? Adrian has to forfeit this week, but not because of COVID? There is no Adrian game. Oh, no. No Adrian Maples game because the Maples are in bad shape right now. I don't know if the team's small this year, if they don't have a ton of players, but I've been assured this is not COVID related. This is other reasons that they're not playing. So I'm sorry, Paulson's room. We don't get to cheer this week. Your team's injured. They can't play. They had to forfeit the game. So this game, unfortunately, is not being played, and I already had it on the schedule, and I already had sheets out to everybody. So this is just, this is kind of how it works these days. It's a hit or miss with our team sometimes as we have different situations pop up and unusual things pop up. So, oh, well, Maples. We'll get her back next week, hopefully. Hopefully the team gets healthy. Give them a shout out anyway. Get those players healthy. Get your guys healthy. Come on. Give your players a shout out even though they're not playing this week. Maples, get better so you can come back next week and we'll give you a return to the shout out. Next up, we have the Pittsford Wildcats. The Wildcats have 0 wins and 2 losses. They are traveling to and playing against the other 0 wins and 2 losses, the Britain Deerfield Patriots. I thought after last season, this season would be so much better I thought they'd come back strong as ever this season, but that does not appear to be the case. That does not appear to be happening. But we got two teams with no wins. So this could potentially be a very good game this week, as these two teams are going to be wanting to get a victory. And they're gonna really be feeling it. So I've got to go. I'm giving it to the Britton Deerfield Patriots. I think they can get it done this week. They need to taste a victory. They want it. They're going to get it. Britton Deerfield for me. All right, this week's game, not first game, but this week's game is our first 3-point bonus game. It's your first 3-point bonus game. It's your first 3-point bonus game. Come on, everybody, now it's your first 3-point bonus game. Oh, wow, that was terrible towards the end there. It's your first 3-point bonus game this week. Whew. Wow. This should be a pretty good game as your first 3-point bonus game, as we have the undefeated Clinton Redskins with 2 wins and 0 losses. They are traveling to and playing against the 2 wins and 0 losses, the Blissfield Royals. The Royals where was I going with that? Both teams are 2-0. And I thought the Royals were I thought this was going to actually be the Royals' first game, because they had COVID situations over there. But lo and behold, they've been playing this entire time. So perfect game for a 3-point bonus game, as both teams are 2-0. I'm sure if they're not letting people in Blissfield at the game, extra people in at the game, there will be the party in the park, usually is what they've been doing lately. So they have basically like tailgating with a big screen TV and stuff to watch the game on. So somewhere along the lines, they have somebody televising their games. I'm a Clinton man. Partial Clinton man. I'm an Addison Panther, but I'm also a partial Clinton man. So I've got this week, I'm going Clinton Redskins. I think they get it done in Blissfield. I expect this to be a good game, though. So that I do expect. I'm expecting a great game out of these two teams. And that's part of the reason why it's your 3-point bonus game. Okay. Next, we have the Dundee Vikings. The Vikings have 1 win and 1 loss. And they are heading but they are heading to the Columbia Central Golden Eagles. The Eagles had a tough game last week and a tough time And their record is 1 win and 1 loss. This week, they come back stronger than ever, and they get the victory. I've got the Columbia Central Golden Eagles, and everybody at this point is like, well, of course you do. Because you're an honorary member over there. Sometimes people do get tired of hearing things the coach has to say. I know that's hard for everybody to grasp, but it is. Go Eagles. Oh, you know what? And I even left it right here. Brain fart, dropped the ball on that one. Was going to put the hat on for the pick to make it official. So we'll just say it again. I've got the Columbia Central Golden Eagles. Go, Golden Eagles, go. Oops. Next up, we have the Hillsdale Hornets. The Hornets have 1 win and 1 loss. And this is for all our friends who are joining us at the Hillsdale ISD, as they are with the Frenzy Show now. And I thank you guys for being back with us from Hillsdale. They are traveling to and playing against the Ida Blue Streaks, who have 1 win and 1 loss. Big loss for Hillsdale last week, as far as I was concerned. I had them, I thought for sure. They've been a pretty good team over the years. So I felt like they were going to get the victory last week, and they let me down. Well, Hillsdale, this is a redemption week for you to get back on your game for the coach. I'm going Hillsdale. Let's get it done, Hillsdale. Okay, next up. So we got a battle here. This could be a good game as well. Moving into Hudson territory. Do we know anybody in Hudson? I believe we do. How about... Do we know anybody in Hudson? My gosh, that's right. My Hudson classroom over there. That's right. You guys. And our buddy, Logan. Logan. What's up, Logan? What's going on in Hudson? Is the class doing good? You guys doing good? You guys are keeping it real with Logan, right? You better be. I don't want any bad reports. But anyway, we're going to give a shout out this week to the Hudson Tigers. You guys got it in you? Or are you just not feeling it this week? You guys not feeling it this week? Oh, you are. You are feeling it. Are you feeling it this week? Come on, Hudson. Are you guys feeling it this week? Because it's been a tough couple of weeks for you guys. You know, Hudson teams are usually much better than they are right now. And I'm beginning to wonder, is it because you guys aren't cheering loud enough in Logan's room over there? Is it your guys' fault? Maybe. I don't know. You know, new teacher in a new classroom. Logan, what's going on over there? Get those kids fired up. Do you need to get on your desk? Get on your desk if that's what you got to do. You got that nice desk right there. Jump up on it if you have to. Let's hear it, Hudson. Come on, Hudson. I'm giving you your opportunity right now to shout it out loud. Get loud. Get rough over there. Let's hear it for your Tigers. Come on, Hudson Tigers. Let's go. Let's go, Tigers. Let's go, Tigers. That's me tapping my foot on a carpeted floor, so you can't hear really anything. No thump, no thump. So maybe it's better if we go, let's go, Tigers. Let's go, Tigers. Let's go, Tigers. Hudson Tigers, fire it up. A little louder, a little bit louder. You guys can do better than that. Come on, they can't even hear you in the hallway yet. Get a little bit loud for us over there. I can't hear you. Let's go, Hudson. That's right. Come on, Tigers. Come on, Tigers. It's game day. Let's go. You guys are on the road this week, though, making it a little more challenging. Oh, boy. You're traveling to Onstead. Onstead also has 0 wins and 2 losses. Man, oh, man, when you have 2 teams with the same record, I say this all the time. I mean, it really is in any situation, in any game. Somebody's coming away a winner this week. Somebody takes the victory. Who's it going to be? Who you guys got? Who's getting the victory this week? The Hudson Tigers! Let's go, Tigers. One last shout out over there in Hudson. Whoa, yeah. Let's go, Hudson. Has Logan taught you guys the Hudson theme song yet? Do you guys get to hear does the band play it or whatever? Have Logan sing it to you guys. I think that's part of he probably had to memorize that to even teach over there because they take their sports very serious in Hudson. If not, maybe you guys know somebody in the band that can come in there and teach it to you. Oh. All right, next up we have the Erie Mason Eagles. The Erie Mason Eagles have 2 wins and 0 losses. They are traveling to and playing against the Morenci Bulldogs. The Bulldogs this week have 1 win and 1 loss going into this game. Erie Mason, man, 2-0. Wow. You know, I really do try to stay loyal to my home teams and our local teams is what I'm trying to say. Can't talk tonight. I do try to stay loyal to the local teams. But in this case, I'm going to go Erie Mason just because they're undefeated. I know Morenci fans, anybody watching the show is like, come on, Coach Cole. I don't know. I just feel, I don't know. I have no real true reason behind it. I just feel like this is the week for Erie Mason to stay undefeated. All right. Well, I talked this team up some, the Madison Trojans, and, I said, hey, maybe this is going to be their year. With Coach Taz coming back, maybe this will be this year that they get things together. And I felt like they were going to have a winning season, and they could still have a winning season. The season's not nearly over by any means yet. But the Madison Trojans are 1 win and 1 loss. And they got beat up pretty good last week. And they're on the road again this week. I think they were on the road again. I think they were on the road last week as well. They're playing the Summerfield Bulldogs. The Bulldogs also have 1 win and 1 loss. I am not going to give up on this team yet. I am going to go stay with that Coach Taz can get it done this week. Madison still wants to have a winning season this year. I'm going Madison for the victory. Now, you guys may be saying to yourself, what in the world? Why does he have a Manchester game on here? Well, we do on the Frenzy at various times, various locations, and various times over the season, we've covered we do try to cover absolutely all the Lenawee County teams for sure, because, we're in the Lenawee County schools. We've always tried to cover Hillsdale, because Hillsdale is a part of the audience and everything. So I try to get a Hillsdale school in there, at least one Hillsdale local district school in there. And so some of our other schools that we do sometimes we have different staff where I work at the ISD who have teams they like or have a favorite team or their team where they're from. And so occasionally I get some requests to, follow some other teams. And this didn't come as a request per se, but you know what? She told me she is from Manchester and likes Manchester. And she says, yeah, you know what? My team's not the best in the world, but you know what? She's helping out in our classroom and doing some stuff with us now. She gets to do Sports Frenzy, and she's looking forward to participating in that. So I put Manchester on here just for her this week. And as far as that goes, they'll probably continue to be on the schedule from now on. So you can get your team pick in there. So we do have the Manchester Flying Dutchmen. The Flying Dutchmen have 1 win and 1 loss. And they are on the road this week. They are traveling to and playing against the East Jackson Trojans. The Trojans have 0 wins and 2 losses. 0 win and 2 loss team from Jackson. Taking on the Manchester Flying Dutchmen. Unfortunately, I'll be out of the office this week, and I'm filming the show before I can even talk to her anyway, so I can't really get her thoughts on how she feels her Manchester team is this week and if she thinks they can get it done. But you know what? I'm going to go with Manchester because I do think they can get it done this week. Got the Manchester Flying Dutchmen for the victory. Next up, the Whiteford Bobcats. The Bobcats have 1 win and 0 losses. They are traveling to and playing against the undefeated Sand Creek Aggies. The Aggies come into this game 2 wins and 0 losses. And as we said last week, Dan found a way to get into the games this season as a scorekeeper. Excuse me. I've got the Sand Creek Aggies for the victory. Our final high school football game of the week. We've got the Dexter Dreadnoughts. The Dreadnoughts are 1 win and 0 losses. They are traveling to and playing against the Tecumseh Indians. The Indians have no wins because apparently they're not very good. And I know, hate mail, here it comes. I'm getting booed. I'm getting hate mail in my email address right now. People are throwing things from the Tecumseh at the camera at my video right now. I'm going to be pinned up as the bad guy of Tecumseh. I'm just going to say it, guys. I have no, just because the show's in Adrian doesn't mean I have any loyalty between Adrian and Tecumseh either. So don't get mad at me about that. I'm not dissing on Tecumseh because because of any loyalty to Adrian, but I'm dissing on Tecumseh because, well, I'm not dissing on Tecumseh. But the record speaks for itself. The football team has not been very good in quite some time. They're 0-2, and the only thing I guess I will continue to say is I feel like they will be 0-3 before the night's over. Before the night's over. I've got Dexter for the victory. Okay, we're moving into college football action this week. Starting off with our first game. These games are all televised, as we'll go over in just a second. All right, first game. We have the TCU Horned Frogs. They have 0 wins and 1 loss. They are traveling to the number 8th ranked. Yeehaw! Those Texas Longhorns. And this game is a 12 o'clock kickoff, and you can watch it on Fox. It's going to be on Fox. I'm not sure if this is going to be a very exciting game or not, but again, the games I picked most of the time for on here are because they are televised games. And, once we get back into the Big Ten and the MAC conference and things like that, things will pick up for us as far as games go and more interest in games. But I'm going with the yeehaw, the Texas Longhorns for the victory. Another Texas team. Man, they make these Texas teams play good football in Texas. Texas, I've heard, takes their football very seriously at all levels. We're talking even little kids, the little kids. There's no such thing as basically little league. The little kids play just as hard as like the big kids and the adults do. I've seen it. I've seen videos of it. Texas, man, they take their football dead serious. And so that being said, we have the number 10th ranked Texas A&M. The Aggies have 1 win and 0 losses. But, they have got the number 2 ranked, the Alabama Crimson Tide. Bama Buer's team. That's right, Bama Buer. You guys know Bama Buer. Roll Tide roll. They have 1 win and 0 losses. Kickoff for this game is at 3:30. And it's on cable network CBS. And I believe, since I'm endorsing the Alabama Crimson Tide. I believe there's probably a cookout at Bama Buer's house full of good things like lots of barbecue and all kinds of delicious things to watch this game. Am I right, Bama Buer? For my endorsement. I also get barbecue beef. I don't know. That's probably not true at all. Next up, we have the Ole Miss Rebels. The Ole Miss Rebels have 1 win and 0 losses. They're on the road this week. They are traveling to and playing against the 23rd ranked Kentucky Wildcats. The Wildcats have 1 win and 1 loss. Kickoff for this game is 4 p.m. And this is going to be on the SEC network. I like the ranking of Kentucky. I'm going by this, basically the ranking alone. I'm going to go with the Kentucky Wildcats for the victory. This next game, I thought might be a pretty decent game this week. We'll see, because it is your second 3 points. 3 points is your second 3-point bonus game. That's right. Second 3-point bonus game this week. We have the number 7th ranked Auburn Tigers. The Tigers have 2 wins and 0 losses. They are traveling to and playing against the number 4th ranked Georgia Bulldogs. The Bulldogs have 1 win and 0 losses. Kickoff for this game is 7:30 p.m. and you can watch it on ESPN. The Auburn Tigers have been pretty good this season. I think the 7th ranked team gets the win over the 4th ranked team. I don't know. That's what I'm going with. Auburn over Georgia gets my pick. Okay, we are moving into NFL Sunday games. Again, still limited fans or no fans in the stadiums for most of these games. And that makes a big difference, really. This is week 4 action. And I got to tell you, again, well, the Lions give you a win last week. They give you a victory. Victory for some. My buddy Reggie Grant, shout out to him. He asked for it for his birthday, and he got it. A Lions win. But this week, folks, we have the New Orleans Saints. They have 1 win and 2 losses. and they are traveling to and playing against your Detroit Lions. Lions have 1 win and 2 losses. Now, I know Olivia's family, her dad and Olivia are huge Lion fans. Huge Lions fans. And I hate to disappoint, but this week, but the odds are that the Lions cannot get it done 2 weeks in a row. So, no, let's get into details first here. Kickoff is 1 p.m. And cable network, it's on Fox. So, it's being said, there's no way the Lions can get 2 wins in 2 weeks. Impossible odds for the Lions. Even though both these teams are 1 win and 2 losses, you got 2 pretty good quarterbacks going against each other. You got Drew Brees versus, the Lions and Matthew Stafford. I honestly don't even believe they can get it done 2 weeks in a row. I think last week's win. I know, Reggie, I'm disappointing you with my talk, and I know Olivia's probably getting down on me or yelling at me from her home right now about the Lions. I just don't feel like the Lions can get it done 2 weeks in a row. I'm going New Orleans Saints. There's no way. Lions, they lose it. They may stay strong in the first half of the game. They'll go and lose it in the fourth like they always do, like they tend to do. New Orleans Saints for me. Next up, we have the Los Angeles Chargers. The Chargers have 1 win and 2 losses. And they are traveling to, and this still sounds very weird to me, to play Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Buccaneers have 2 wins and 1 losses. And the kickoff for this game be at 1 p.m. on cable network CBS. I be going Tom Brady and the Pirates. Or Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I should say. Pirates, Buccaneers. I don't know. We're getting a little crazy here. And so crazy, I just lost my pen. There it is. Okay. There we are. All right. Next up, we have our final football game of the week. The former Tom Brady team. New England Patriots. They're not having a bad season so far without Tom. I'm going to say that. And our very own Dan said, you know what? He felt like the Patriots would be okay. So the New England Patriots have 2 wins and 1 loss. They are traveling to and playing against the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs playing like the Super Bowl champions that they are. They have 3 wins and 0 losses. This game kicks off at 4:25. And it's on a cable network that I didn't bother to put on the sheet. So I'm thinking, I want to say it's CBS. find out for sure, since I screwed that up. Siri, what TV channel is Kansas City Chiefs on this week?
You can catch the Patriots-Chiefs game on CBS.
Thank you, Siri.
No problem.
All right, so the game is on CBS at 4:30. So with Tom, oh man, but they still got Chase Winovich. Oh my goodness, man! Kansas City Chiefs are one of my teams, but I also like the Patriots because they still have Chase Winovich from Michigan. Chase is an awesome dude. Oh my gosh. Although, I'm sorry, Dan. Dan's going to be yelling at me. He's going to be like, what? What are you picking? What? What's going on here? I'm going to go Kansas City Chiefs to stay undefeated. We'll see what happens. All right, if you haven't already noticed, you will as soon as you see this. NASCAR is still in action. And we just want to give a shout out to our buddy and former co-host, Dan Gallatin. Dan told me he would redesign the Sports Frenzy racing sheets for me and get them up to date because horrible me with my terrible NASCAR knowledge. And one of the great things that Dan brought to the show, why he was able to co-host with me, was the NASCAR knowledge was amazing. He is a NASCAR man through and through, and his knowledge of NASCAR was awesome. And we learned a lot on the show this season from him being with us. If you haven't got to see the Sports Frenzy episodes with Dan and co-host Logan in them from when we were broadcasting from the Hope Center, you need to go back and check those out. Those were some good times, some great episodes, and very enlightening for first time I've ever had a NASCAR fan on the show as a host who actually knows what's going on and is able to talk about it and get things done. So he redesigned the sheets for me. These sheets are all up to date now. And so you guys, let's see. We're going to talk a little bit of what I have for NASCAR right now. I'm just going to give you the rundown of the top 10 that I have currently. And that would be Kurt Busch. Kurt Busch has 3,041 points. Kevin Harvick with 3,104 points. Danny Hamlin with 3,101 points. Brad Keselowski with 3,059 points. Martin Truex Jr. with 3,058 points. Joey Logano with 3,054 points. Chase Elliott with 3,053 points. Alec Bowman with 3,052 points. Kyle Busch with 3,043 points. And that's your top 10 right now. What other? I had one other stat for you guys. Oh, the race this week is Sunday, October 4th at 2 p.m. It will be at Talladega Speedway, Super Speedway as it's called now, Talladega Super Speedway, and you can watch this on NBC. We are into the NASCAR finals now, so all these races count more than other, and I believe it is the top 12 guys that are left in the running. Is how that works. So enjoy the new formatted sheets. They look really cool. I love how he did these. As always, you guys know I have my guy, Kyle Busch, was my pick and is my pick for the NASCAR race. All right, that does it for the picks part of things. We're going to jump over to the Facebook page. And get you caught up on some of the current news that I have in Frenzy Land. Congratulations goes out to the Atlanta Braves as they are moving on to the postseason. It has been confirmed that Penn State star Micah Parsons will not be returning to the Nittany Lions. The star linebacker is a projected first-round pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, and he initially opted out his junior season in early August, but there was some hope that with the Big Ten coming back, he might come back as well. But coach said that they have decided to forgo the season and get ready, just be ready for the draft. The college football playoffs will not expand to 8 teams, despite proposal from Pac-12. It was suggested from the Pac-12 Commissioner Larry Scott that it double in size from 4 to 8 teams. It was brought forth during a meeting this past Wednesday. But Scott suggested an 8-team playoff because the year has been staggered uneven and shortened due to COVID. But the committee decided they did not like the idea and is not going to follow up on that. Adam Silver, the NBA arenas likely won't be full. He says he thinks that the arenas won't be full without a vaccine. The fans may be able to attend games again in 2021, but it's no guarantee yet. They are losing money because approximately 40% of NBA revenue comes from the fans. So they're in a hurry to get the fans back, basically. All right, big news for the World Series. MLB is reporting that fans will be allowed to attend the World Series at the Texas Rangers Globe Life Field. This will be MLB announced Wednesday that a limited number of tickets will be available for the World Series game at Globe Life Field in Arlington, Texas. It says the MLB is pressing ahead with plans to have fans in the stands in the NLCS and World Series. Texas is currently in phase 3 of its reopening plan, which allows open air stadiums to admit up to 50% capacity. Globe Field seats 40,300 and has a retractable roof. It's unclear whether the roof will be open for postseason games. MLB says it has received the appropriate approvals to host fans who will be seated in socially distanced 4-person pods throughout the ballpark. Approximately 11,500 tickets will be made available, with 950 fans in suites, and the rest scattered throughout the stands. There's more on the safety and protocols, what they're planning on doing to make this happen. You can follow the rest of that article on our Facebook page, or my other page that I look up a lot of my sports stuff on is the CBS Sports app. So you can check that out as well. 2021 NASCAR schedule. The 2021 NASCAR schedule has been released. And top thing noticed this year is there's only going to be one race in Michigan this season. So that's a bit different. Congratulations goes out to former Michigan coach Brady Hoke. Wow. Brady Hoke has lost over 200 pounds and looks like a completely different man. One thing we were talking about is the NFL has postponed the Steelers and Titans game. And it was because I believe it was the Titans who had scheduled for Sunday. Okay, it was because of the Titans. The Titans were forced to shut down due to COVID situations, and they want to give them more time to do some more testing and recovery. The New York Rangers have bought out the final year of Henrik Lodvuk's, and I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, contract. Here's the goalie. He has been the face of the franchise in the league since 2005. He's currently 38. He had 1 year remaining on his contract of a 7-year, $59.5 million, $8.5 million AAV deal. And they bought it out for the final season, so he will become an unrestricted free agent this year. Wow, and making that much money too. Man. NHL does not plan on having a bubble for the entire 2021 season. Right now, they still have the bubble in place, but they are hoping to be done with it for the upcoming season. It says the next couple of weeks. Oh man, we have breaking news right here, right now. Let's see what we got. Doc Rivers agrees to be the next head coach of the Philadelphia 76ers. According to ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski. He was recently fired by the Clippers. And it looks like he is. We don't have any details on the deal yet, but that is breaking news on CBS Sports and ESPN that he is going to be the new head coach of the Philadelphia 76ers. You know, I was very upset with Doc when he left Boston because I felt like he did a good job in Boston. And I didn't want to see him fail. Some of the Major League Baseball players are coming out and saying that spring training was way too short, and it showed in their performances and playing times. And they said so they hope to have more practice next season before the season starts again. All right, well, that's about all the news we have for you guys right now. Any more breaking news or whatever, you can find it on all our social media sites, on Facebook, on the Twitter account, and in places like that. So go out there, guys. Thanks for joining me for the show tonight. Hope everybody has a great weekend. It's going to be a cool one, so you may want to stay inside and enjoy some sports. I'm the coach. Be blessed, everybody, and we'll see you back here hopefully Sunday night for the weekend wrap-up edition of the show. Be blessed, everyone, and we'll talk to you again real soon.